An impressive 5-0 victory for the Evansville Otters over the Southern Illinois Miners. I'm Mike Radomski here with Bill McKeon at historic Bosse Field. It is the home team, the Evansville Otters, who have now won 2 out of 3 games against Southern Illinois, including back-to-back. Let's take you through the game with our full game recap, packed with highlights. Early on, it was Chris Peters, the left-hander, starting for the Evansville Otters. He found himself with a runner on base in the second inning and got some very good defensive help behind him. It's 2 hits for Southern Illinois, no runs, a hit for Evansville. The pitch hit out towards deep left field. Alexander back, leaps up, and brings it in for the final out of the inning. Bill calls him Turbo Jet for a reason. And that was mainly because he has that quick speed to go back and get the baseball. That was the start of the impressive defense that we saw throughout the ballgame. But we also had a little bit of offense. Just ask Nick D'Amico here in his at-bat in the second inning. 1-0 pitch, a hopper off the mound, up the middle and into center field. Nick D'Amico with an RBI single, and the Otters are on the scoreboard with a 1-0 lead. And then Chris Peters got more strong defense behind him, an inning-ending double play in the third. He also got a very strong play from his shortstop in the fifth. The pitch hit over towards short, a diving grab by Alvarado. The throw to second, Copa reach, he got it. Incredible defense from Alvarado on the diving stop. And then the second baseman, Brian Kolb, has to stretch like a first baseman to complete the play. Another strong defensive performance again by the Otters. Then let's take it into the 6th inning. Chris Peters gets into a little bit of trouble. He has 2 men on with 1 man out. That's when Andy McCauley made the gesture to the bullpen, brings in Eduardo Perez, who strikes out Brad Netzel and Jordan Hood to end the inning. The Otters maintain that 2-0 lead. It would stay that same way into the bottom of the 7th inning. Coming up to the plate, Billy Killian, as he comes on through in the clutch. Fly ball towards center field. Millens runs in, can't get there. And Scarduzio read it perfectly as he touches home as Millens comes up with the baseball. An RBI bloop single for Billy Killian and a 2-0 lead for Evansville. And then in the 8th inning, the Otters started to rally again against Joe Augustine. Bases loaded, 2 outs, a pressure-filled spot, but Nick D'Amico comes through again. Bases loaded, 2 outs, a grounder towards first, down the line and into right field. Hood will chase it out as Kolb scores. Wiley touches home. Here comes Scarduzio, play at the plate, safe. A 2-run turned 3-run double for the Otters center fielder Nick D'Amico, and they've busted down the door, 5-0 Otters. And in the 9th inning, Jared Simon would come in to try to close it out. 1 man on base, 1 out, and again, the defense comes through. Simon waits, throws, pitch a broken back grounder to second. Kolb to Alvarado, a bare-handed throw to first, and that's a shutout. 5-0 wins for Evansville over the Southern Illinois Miners. And that would be the final score as the Otters hang on 5-0 against Southern Illinois. They do so 5 runs on 8 hits, committing 2 errors. Southern Illinois, no runs on 2 hits. They also had 2 errors in the game. The win goes to Chris Peters, his very first one of the season. He gave up no runs in his 5 1/3 innings. He really did have a spectacular start, his best one of the year. The loss goes to Joe Augustine, one of the best pitchers in the league. He is now 7-3 after he gave up 3 earned runs in his 7 1/3 innings. Game time, 2 hours and 59 minutes. 2,199 were here to see it at Bosse Field. We welcome back in Bill McKeon, and who is the player of the game?
Actually, there's 2, Mike. Chris Peters. He pitched beautifully, as you said. He only gave up 2 hits, no runs, in 5 and some parts innings. And he really had control. He had command of what was going on. It was the best performance, as you say, of the year for him. So he has to be one of the winners. The other one has to go to the big 4 RBI Nick Demetrio. He got the first RBI, and that's all they needed. So, but then he came through in the 8th inning and got those other 3. So, they got to share that win. But, both young men deserve the honor to be the heroes of tonight's game.
And well earned for both players. Let's look at the big picture. Evansville faces Southern Illinois. They win 2 out of 3 games against the team with the best record in the league. What message does that send?
It sends a message that the Otters are an improved team and that they should be reckoned with the rest of the season. There are no dogs laying down that you can walk over anymore. From now on, they're going to be aggressive. They got a new manager, and you can see the team has improved since he took over. They are running the bases better, and they're scoring more. Unfortunately, the other day they didn't. But again, as far as aggressiveness, they're going to be a team that I'm going to say is going to steal more. And I like the way hit and run, and they're going to end up with a lot more victories this second half.
How about the defense? What stood out to you about that?
Oh, my God. That last double play that ended the game was just outstanding. Your shortstop and that second baseman, they're working as a team, and that's what you need. They seem to read each other. They know when to cover the bag. They know how to throw. That is going to be one of the biggest assets, a better defensive infield, and, again, that adds to the pitchers winning.
The Otters start a 9-game road trip tomorrow when they travel to Gateway. How do you take the momentum from this game on the bus?
Well, I'm going to say Gateway is an inviting city. The way Rogers is hitting that ball and the way Derek hit that ball tonight, my God, they should have a couple home runs because that's an easy ballpark. So I think I'm going to say this, and you're going to laugh at me when I'm saying they're going to take 3 out of 3 from Gateway. That's a prediction I've got.
Well, put it down on the piece of paper. We'll remember it.
Listen, I'll put the deed to the ranch in the bank in your name tomorrow.
All right, partner. Time to thank everyone who made the broadcast possible. First off, a special thanks to Brandon Godden, the executive producer at WUEV. And working back in our Evansville, Indiana studios, producing all the highlights, is our studio producer, Johnny Fulltime Luttrell. Thanks again, John. Please join us tomorrow night as Evansville begins that 9-game road trip at the Gateway Grizzlies. The 3-game series at GCS Ballpark will get underway at 7:05 Central Standard Time. Final score once again, the Otters win 5-0. For Bill McKeon and everyone at Bosse Field, I'm Mike Radomski. Have a great night, everyone.
The proceeding has been a presentation of Evansville Otters Baseball on 91.5 WUEV Evansville. For a complete game and broadcast schedule and to stay current on any Otters info, visit us online at evansvilleotters.com. Thanks for listening, and until next time, go Otters.